Hello and welcome back to another video on the Autodoc YouTube channel. My name is George and today I'm going to show you exactly how to clean your engine bay. Now before we get into the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can keep up to date with all of the latest videos. Now without further ado, I think we'll get outside and let's get cracking. Okay then, so this is the first view into the engine bay and it should give you a good indicator as to just how dirty this area is. As you can see, there's just a lot of general grime and dirt build up in here, and maybe some oil stains down, especially on the under tray as well. Now there shouldn't be too many oil leaks on this engine. This has been out and it has been rebuilt, so I don't think this is going to be one of the worser engine bays, but again it does have some general grime, dirt and dust build up, which we do want to remove today completely. Now because we are in fact going to be using water in the engine bay to help us clean it, water and electronics don't tend to go well together, so first thing that I'm actually going to do is go ahead to the trunk and disconnect the battery. Now an important point to note is that the battery may not always be in your trunk compartment. It may also be in your engine bay, but in our case it is actually in the trunk. And what all we need to remove is the negative terminal, which is usually the black one. In our case it is the black one. It's this one here. That's the positive side, this is the negative side. It's just held in by one 10mm nut. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove that now. And the terminal can be lifted off and put to the side. The next thing we want to do then is actually remove any physical pieces of debris that we can remove by hand. So I'm talking leaves, branches, anything that we can physically lift up with ease by hand. And generally by the cabin air filter boxes you usually get a buildup of leaves and branches, small things like that, so you can go ahead and scoop them out, because there's no point using water on that. You're just going to be blowing it all around your engine bay, so it's best just to move whatever you can by hand first, just to save you time. But as my engine bay does not have any pieces of debris like things like leaves and so forth, we're actually good. We can actually move on to the next step, and that next step is covering up anything in the engine bay that we do not want water on. So you may have various sensors, for example the mass airflow sensor. If that is open and there are wires exposed, I would recommend covering that up, because this is a closed unit, there's no need to cover that up. I'm not going to be directly spraying water onto it anyway, but if we lift up the engine cover itself, we can see that we have the alternator, which we don't particularly want to get water on. So what I'm actually going to do is just cover that with a plastic bag, and it's just going to help to keep it relatively dry. You haven't got to be too meticulous on this step. Like I said, you know, the battery is now disconnected, so there shouldn't be any current running through there, but we do not want to drench things like the alternator. So with that bag on there, you can just ensure that you're not going to ruin your alternator in the process of cleaning it. And now, because on the top of the engine, on top of the rocker cover, we have things like the injectors and the fuel rail, I do not want to get water near there. I do not want to mix water with the fuel system, so I'm actually going to go ahead and put the engine cover back on. This engine clean really is only for aesthetic purposes only. It's really just to make your engine bay a much nicer thing to look at and a much nicer place to work in as well. But with the battery disconnected, the alternator covered up, the engine cover back on, we can now start using some water. And now I'm actually going to be using a pressure washer, but if you have access to a hose with a spray attachment on the end, you should be good to go. And now all we're looking to do now is just try and remove the majority of the debris that we cannot remove simply by hand. So we are not looking for perfect. We'll be doing more than one pass over with the pressure washer. But yeah, we're just looking to get a good coverage and remove as much as we can. Okay then, so as you can see, we have not gone too crazy, but we have pretty much removed the majority of the loose debris now. Obviously there is going to be some oil and grease left on here, and that is when we get on to the next step that is going to be removed. But as you can see, things are looking a lot better already. And now the next step is where we attempt to lift some of that oil and grease from the engine itself. So we are going to use an engine degreaser. I just have it in a pressure spray bottle here. I'm just going to coat the entire engine in this degreaser, then leave it to sit for about 10 minutes or so. And as you can see, the entire engine bay is now covered with the degreaser. Things are looking nice and shiny. It's now time to leave this to sit for about 10 minutes just to try and lift up any grease and oil that is inside of the engine bay. And then we'll move on to washing all of this off. And now that the degreaser has had a chance to sit for 10 minutes or so, it's now time to wash it off. Now you could go a step further. If your engine bay was particularly dirty, you could actually agitate the degreaser and agitate the dirt with a small soft brush. You don't want to use a harsh brush because obviously it's going to scratch your plastic, but if you just use a soft brush on any particularly dirty areas, it will help remove the dirt a little bit easier. But because mine again isn't too bad, it's now time to just wash all of this degreaser off again with the pressure washer. And because this is the last time using the pressure washer, it's a good idea to try and really get into the nooks and crannies to try and make sure that you get all of the dirt and grease removed. But now that that's done, now that the degreaser is washed off, it's time to give this engine bay a dry. And now when it comes to drying the engine bay, I'm actually going to go ahead and remove the plastic bag that covered the alternator. Pop the engine cover back on, and I just have a microfiber towel here, and it's literally just a case of drying everything now. And there we go, there is the engine bay nicely cleaned and dried. As you can see, it looks so much better than it did before. No more dirt, grime, dust, oil or grease. It's just a much nicer place to be, a much nicer place to work in now, and it really takes minimal effort. And now it's time to reconnect the negative terminal on the battery. And then secure it with the 10mm nut. And there we go, it's nicely secured now. And last but not least, it's time to fire up the engine just to ensure we don't have any problems. And there we are, job done. Okay then, so that is a guide showing you exactly how to clean your engine bay. I hope this video has been somewhat helpful. I hope you all have enjoyed it. Please remember to give it a like, leave a comment down below with any questions you have, subscribe to the autodoc YouTube channel, and I will see you all in that next one.